Now then our last variation that we're going to show on the keyboard was a fully diminished 7th chord. So Chase, give me a random note, any of the 12.
B.
B is a great one. Here's B. Now a B major 7, where we started this whole thing. Is this good? A B major 7 is the 1, 3, 5, and 7 of the major scale. So here's the B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. And I know all of you could recite that from memory. You don't even think about it because you've been studying this now for 6 months and you know the B major scale like you know the route home from work, right? Okay, so 1, 3, 5, and 7. All of you are looking like, Austin, we haven't learned it as much as we could. That's okay. 1, 3, 5, and 7. The formula for the fully diminished 7th chord is a flat 3, a flat 5, and not just a minor 7, but a fully diminished 7. That guy there. So now we've got the notes B, D, F, and A flats. B, D, F, and A flat. Okay? Now we saw this on paper last week in Module 14, that there's really only 3 fully diminished 7th chords in the whole world, and the rest are just just voicings, inversions of each other, different bass notes. Okay, but here just to see and also hear the difference a little bit. Here's this B diminished 7. Notice those notes B, D, F, and A flat. Now if we started on D and we use the same formula to make a fully diminished 7, we have a D. The flat third of F, which should be F sharp, is major. When we minor third, it's F. The 5 of D is A, but when we flat it, we go to A flat. And the major 7 of D is C sharp, but we diminish it by going down a half step and down another half step. Boom. Now it's C flat. Now we got the same exact set of notes. D, F, A flat, and B. It's just the second ago when we were doing the B one, the B was over here on the bottom. Now the B's on the top, and we call it a D fully diminished 7. Same thing's going to happen if we start on F. So what's fun, on guitar you'll see in a second, same kind of thing. Once you find the pattern, you can go all... Right? Now, if I took that up a half step, I started on a B, fully diminished 7. I take it up a half step and let's do it on C. Formula would be a flat third, flat 5th. Instead of the major 7th, the minor 7, we have a fully diminished 7. Same thing's going to happen. Because the C fully diminished is the same as the E flat fully diminished, same as the F sharp fully diminished, same as the A. It's all the same thing. So I can put my hand covering those notes, and I can literally just change the bass line. It's the same chord. I never really changed the chord. Because all I'm doing is just moving the bottom note around. It's the same pool of notes, right? So, while I'm here, let me throw this out. If you don't understand this next part, don't worry about trying to analyze it. This will be for all of you overachievers like Eric Triplett, who are all trying to go the extra mile and posting everything on the Google Plus. And you know I love you, okay? But many times this fully diminished 7th chord is a great chord to use as the 2 in anticipation of a 1 that is a minor chord. Okay, if we have a tune that's in A minor, what's the 2 of A, everybody? The 2 of A? B is a good answer. So if we take the 2 chord of A minor and we make a B minor fully diminished 7. I said B minor. It's not B minor. It's diminished. A fully diminished 7 B. We use that as the 2 chord. Then we did a 5 chord. What's the 5 of A? Everybody? E. The 5 of A is E. If I then did an E dominant chord, that's a perfect setup for my 1 home A minor. So here's home. So then if I do a B fully diminished, E7, A minor. Easy schmeezy, lemon squeezy, right? That's a great use of that fully diminished 7th chord in its function as a 2, going from 2 to 5, 5 to 1, and ending up in a minor key. If everything I just said didn't make sense, and you're curious, go back on the video, I think Alyssa has her mouth half open like a fish pregnant with question. So let me see what she's got.
So you're saying so you started in A, did the diminished seventh for the second, and then it changed to an A minor, right?
Right. In a sense, let me try to restate what you're saying, but if you still feel confused, keep your hand up, if you will. If my destination is a minor chord, if my home is minor, in this case A minor, one use of this type of chord is to give it the function as the 2 chord that leads to the 5 chord, which leads me home to 1. Okay? So if my goal is A minor, I set up the tension, I establish the tonal center with this diminished 7 chord and the E7, which is the 5, which gets resolved to the minor. And it's actually an extremely common progression. But a lot of people are like, hey, where's all these weird chords, where do you use them? You've heard that the 2 chord as a fully diminished 7th chord going to a 5 dominant 7 chord, resolving at the 1 minor. You've heard it about a bajillion times in your life. I promise. And it's just we haven't heard it mostly in worship music. Hopefully we can change that, and I'll show you some.